Namaskar, I am Pradosh Sharma and you are watching Rhythm. As the freebie schemes are becoming more popular in state politics, the states are increasingly grappling with a growing debt crisis, unable to manage the funds to be used in the developmental projects. Take the example of the Himalayan state of India, the Himachal Pradesh. It is currently facing one of the worst financial crises in its history, a situation worsened by the mismanagement and the populist policies of the Congress-led Sukhu government. Saddled with an unreasonable debt burden and a series of reckless expenditures, the state's financial health is deteriorating rapidly, leaving citizens and critical infrastructure at risk. Looking at the facts, the state's debt has soared from Rs 69,000 crores in March 2022 to over 86,600 crores rupees by March 2024, with the projections suggesting that by March 2025, this figure will rise to an alarming 95,000 rupees crores. The surge in debt underscores fiscal irresponsibility, with the populist schemes like the revival of old pension scheme OPS, Rs 1,500 monthly payments to women and free electricity being primary contributors to the financial strain. Currently, the government spends Rs 20,000 crores annually on salaries, with pay pensions and interest payments consuming 46.3% of the budget. An additional Rs 20,000 crores is spent on the free flagship schemes alone, leaving the little room for infrastructure development or debt repayment. The financial instability became glaring evident when the Himachal Pradesh High Court ordered the attachment of Himachal Bhavan in Delhi's Mandi House over the government's failure to pay Rs 64 crores to the Salli Hydropower Project Company. In a further blow, the High Court directed the Himachal Pradesh Tourism Development Corporation (HPTDC) to shut down 18 of its 56 hotels due to persistent financial losses. Prominent properties like the Palace Hotel in Chel, Hotel Dauladhar in Dharamshala, and Kunzam in Manali are among those set to cease operation by November 25. Justice Ajay Mohan Goyal, who issued the directive, called these properties white elephants, highlighting their inability to generate profits and the undue burden they place on the state exchequer. The court also mandated that funds from the HPTDC dues will be allocated to settle pending payments for retired employees and the families of deceased workers. While the Congress government implemented its election promises, these measures have pushed the state deeper into a financial quagmire. The old pension scheme cost Rs 1,000 crore annually, Rs 1,500 payments to women drain Rs 800 crores, and the power subsidy adds Rs 18,000 crores to the state's expenses. As the state was grappling with the funds, Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu in August announced that the ministers would forgo their salaries for 2 months in the name of symbolic gesture to address the crisis. However, opposition leaders have criticized this move as insufficient, pointing out the creation of unnecessary posts like Chief Parliamentary Secretaries (CPS), which further strain state finances. Adding to the state woes, the central government has reduced Himachal Pradesh borrowing limit from 5% of GDP to 3.5%. This reduction decreases the permissible loan amount of Rs 14,000 crores to Rs 9,000 crore, leaving the Sukhu government struggling to meet its financial obligations. Himachal's financial crisis reflects a failure to prioritize fiscal discipline over populist appeasement. With a per capita debt of Rs 1.17 lakh, the second highest in India, the citizens are bearing the brunt of its mismanagement. The High Court's directives to shut down loss-making properties and prioritize essential expenses highlight the urgent need for the systematic reform. While such programs often promise economic relief to select groups, their financial strain on state budgets is undeniable. Lavish spending on free electricity, pension schemes, and cash allowances has left several states with depleted coffers, skyrocketing debt, and little room for critical investments in infrastructure and development. This alarming trend not only threatens economic stability but also underscores the need for fiscal prudence, as seen in the worsening crisis in Himachal Pradesh.